Jungle Dynamite. Sophia grins.
Yes, I wasn't sure.
He finally came out. It's currently like 1 a.m.
Yeah. And she's like,
And we just gave him a good mist and water drippage.
No, he's being shy.
But yeah, look, we actually have a frog in there still. Hard to believe because we never see him.
They're just like, what?
No.
You weren't lying?
He was down in the hole all day, which it took him weeks to even find it. But I'm glad he uses it. I'm even happier to see him out and about. And I'm sure good old Beta is down there waiting for food that he definitely won't. I guess he will.
Well, yeah, he didn't get a dinner.
Yeah, we used to feed the Beta 3 times a day, but as you can see, he got quite plump. This is a quick side note here. I got the wrong size. So I fixed that. So the solution was just to, let it hang. This is his favorite corner, so we let it curve over there, and we didn't want to block the aquarium. Mr. Snail, we actually thought left us the other day, but it turns out they can crawl and land and hibernate. So we had to wake him up. And as you can see, Mr. Frog is right back there. He's a little freaked out at the moment.
Fun fact, if you ever get this type of frog and they don't like you invading their space, they'll literally just like bop your hand. I think it scared me more than it scared him.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. This is probably part of another one. I honestly don't remember where we're at in filming.
Sounds right.
We kind of wrapped the series, and then the first episode has done well, for a video on our our humble YouTube channel. Episode 2 just released, albeit on a delay, due to Sophia and I getting married, which is exciting. She's now Miss Spice, though keeping the same pen name, if you will. We're currently observing the frog, hunting. There's a cricket. Let's see if I can spot it. There was a cricket up there. And this is honestly the last footage. Now I remember. The last footage we showed you was trying to capture him eating, but it appears he is quite bashful. So currently, I hate how cloudy this gets. It's this hard water we have, and you can see a waxworm there making its way downtown. We actually dumped a whole layer right in here of waxworms and like little wood chips they come in, and then covered it in moss, and it's done amazingly well. The Beta now has, nope, it's all cloudy. Now has a moss ball in there, which has really kept the water clean since the brave little snail who ventured on land and got eaten by the frog could just ended up. Oh look, he's looking right at us. Hey bud. Say hello.
And if you guys notice any of the like orange gelatin stuff in there, it is cricket food. We are trying to breed our own crickets, failing miserably, but...
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going. We found out we were having quite a bit of loss of crickets, surely because their appetite is way more than you would think. I mean, you think this is a lot. I would say there's about maybe 40 to 50 crickets in there right now, but between 2 different batches. They'll go through this.
Probably 3 days?
Yeah, I would say 3 days. Yeah.
We were giving them that amount maybe in a month.
And then again, due to the quality of this camera, I'm not sure you can observe it, but oh yeah, you can. Those are springtails. All the little white things moving around in there. We have had tremendous, and I mean absolutely tremendous success breeding springtails. We have a never-ending supply of them. On the other hand, you know, they should be in here. We have not had any success keeping springtails in here, and I want to blame it on the amount of worms.
It could also be
Oh, I say that.
the amount of water.
And some of the things that you see in here, I assume are the things that turn into fungus gnats. Like I said, I think the only way to fix that is nematodes. So, yeah, there's at least 2 snails in here. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, it feels so weird. Oh, it doesn't even feel that. It doesn't even feel like real plants.
I think I understand the name now. I think the dragon scale thing is what the plant is.
No, it's a submersible thing.
Yeah, the dragon scale might be a more simple name.
Perhaps.
But like, you remember when you were younger and you used to get those like little, it's like not the lays because the lays have flowers, but like the ones that you got like with the like fake lays that were like pink or blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of those.
Kind of looks like it too.
Right? Because they had green ones. Maybe they were made out of these things dried out.
Sophia and her silly ideas. Oh, there's a snail.
Oh, I was like zooming out.
You look right in there. Right. There he is.
Oh, zooming in makes it blurry.
There you go.
Yeah. Zooming out.
That's one of them. There's at least 2, and I don't know if these are, what is it, asexual?
Yeah.
They mate with themselves?
Yeah, we'll look them up and find out more about them. We have to Google lens them. I forgot to do that in the car.
So you should do this slower than I'm going to, but this beta is very resilient to the things that we put in. Let's see. If I think I just want to dump it. Yeah, the moss ball is not having a good time.
I think the beta's eating the moss ball, if we're being honest.
I'm just going to kind of wedge the moss ball over here.
So I'm trying to find a better angle for them, but the log's like in the way, and the hard water down here kind of sucks.
Go above.
Oh, I don't know how much they can see. Oh, kind of.
Okay. I want to put this kind of at the base of the bamboo.
I just have the awkward close-up of the beta. It's just staring at the camera.
I don't know how well, or if you guys can see it, but the frog is actually, for the first time, I mean obviously not the first time, but first time we've caught him, in the tank. As you can see, the beta is keeping his distance. There he is. You can see him over here. He's like hiding from us. I don't know why.
Nice.
He did.
Beta's migrating out a little.
But oh no, stay away. From what we did our research. These 2 are supposed to be fine together. But so was the snail and ghost shrimp, and life finds a way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I don't know if this is going to be its own episode or in the middle of another episode. So we used the bug zapper like for the first time 2 days ago. And, probably like 3 days ago now.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. I didn't think anything of it, trying to like calm these fungal gnats down. We pretty much got them under control, but until it warms up, I can't order the nematodes for the soil and the elephant plant's still in here because it's not quite nice enough out yet.
So, I guess the nightmare started with our other heat lamp. Obviously, this is the little one that was down for the other insects. It went out. It was the 3rd bulb. We just threw it away.
Yeah.
And then the filter stopped working yesterday, and we went to fix it today, and, well...
The filter for the beta, the heater for the beta, and then this the old base is gone already because it went through 2 light bulbs in no time. This one seems to have like a short circuit or something is wrong with this one as well. So the only thing I can think to do is to completely get rid of all the old stuff and get all new stuff because there's something wrong. They're on a surge protector.
And we can't run the bug zapper anywhere in this area.
We know that now.
Yeah, well, last year we had it running by the door, and that circuit's connected to our kitchen, and it blew out our microwave. We didn't think or remember in the moment, and it blew everything out here too now.
Yep. So what we're going to do is go out and buy all new, and then we're going to combine the bug tank with the frog tank. The only thing in there are the little beetles and the pill bugs. I think at this point that's all that's in there. Might be a few worms on the bottom. Crickets were hungry when they were in there, so nothing was safe. We're gonna put that in here. So this is all on the fly. We didn't plan any of this, so I'm processing as I speak.
Yeah, bear with us.
Bugs in there. New heater for the beta. Take out some of the plants. New filter. We did realize that the snails that came with the one plant, the dragon something, I think.
Yeah.
It's recorded. Check out that episode. The snails are finally breeding.
Yeah, there was 5 in there.
I think they breed with themselves.
Yeah, there was 5 in there instead of the 2 that were originally in there.
Yeah, so.
Progress.
And probably way more than that. The light doesn't really let you see into the water, and the plant coverage is so intense now because I think the plants are growing more.
Which I guess is a good thing.
Some kind of good. So yeah, we need to. And the moss ball's gone. Moss ball died. So.
Yeah, between the beta eating it and the filter.
And the snails.
Yeah, the snails.
So, yeah. Frog's out. He was out. I think he's in his hole now. But
yeah, he was up top in the corner while we were waiting for the new heat lamp. We had an electric bulb in there. If you ever, this runs out and you have to wait to order a new one, if you have any old school bulbs, it's a great temporary fix. It only heats the top, but if you have an amphibian or something that can hang on the top, it'll keep them alive.
Yeah. The other issue with this little one, not only is it kind of like short-circuity, it's not big enough. It's not dispersing the heat.
So it's melting this currently.
Yes, it's like melt. Yeah. So a lot of problems just all at once, which I guess that's being a pet owner.
It's the story of our life, though.
Yeah.
With everything we do.
So the series continues. All right. We ended up getting a few more things. Got a little something for Porch Paradise, and of course we got more because we're redoing the bottom. So
We splurged just a little bit on our pets, but it's okay.
more soon. Just so we can kind of talk about the brands here. The other brand of light. Here's the thing. We don't know for sure if it was a Power Surge or if it was the brand we're using or maybe our surge protector. There's 2 different surge protectors, 2 different types, so I'm convinced it's not that. Whatever it was, none of it lasted. So we tried to steer away the best we could based on memory from getting the same brands. So like this is a completely different brand of light. I'm not sure the exact brand. I think it's DGE, Reptile Basking 2-pack for I believe $14.99.
Which wasn't bad at all, and it'll always give us a backup.
Yes, and this was Amazon. Everything else here was Petco. I think it said PetSmart. If you guys remember, like we don't, shop at PetSmart. Like they're
Dead crickets.
special. Petco, and I have to say, shout out to the woman working in the fish department. Absolutely, she knows everything. She knows so much, and personally owns a bunch of aquariums and stuff. So she was very, very helpful, specifically with our circumstance. And same with the cashier. She price matched us, got us almost $20 in savings. She was super helpful, and her, she too owns a bearded dragon. I think she said so. She was trying to guess what we were doing. And it's like, well, it's already set up, but
It's a trailer.
things have gone astray, whatever it is. So this is replacing what we already have with different brands that we can get all at Petco or Amazon, and kind of the final step here, which the soil has compacted, things have decomposed, the worms have done their job, the fungal gnats have caused a ton of problems.
So we got something to handle that too.
Yeah, so, because we already have filters for this, ironically. That was the other thing about the other brand we had, which was clear fin or something like that.
Yeah, it was like PetSmart exclusive. Like you couldn't find it on Amazon.
Yeah, it was.
No other filters fit.
Yeah, so we were using different size filters. This guy right here, Aqueon.
Yep, the filters that we've been using, we used Aqueon in a different size, and we just got another one for replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So.
New heater, also Aqueon, 5 watt. It's a lot smaller, and I like the fact that it's a lot smaller, and we can just slip it in right on the side.
And we should be able to look at it and make sure everything's working functionally, whereas the other one we had to bury, so we didn't realize it was even out.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure what base we had last time. But this is what we're going with. This brand has great cricket food, so just based on the quality of that.
We're hoping it's the same for their lamps.
We also, when we got this, I specifically wanted to make sure it went up to 100 volts. This goes up to 120. There's a chance that the last two only were meant for 75 or 50, so
maybe that was the issue.
Maybe that was it. So this is where we're going with that.
So in the next bag, we said we wanted to find a solution for fungal gnats. This is treated soil and some mulch.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully this can help us out a little there. We have never used this brand at all, but it was highly recommended, and it's for a terrarium.
Yeah.
So close enough to what we are doing.
Yeah, so my idea is we're kind of going to rebuild from the top. I don't want to put any sand or rocks that should have gone in the bottom. We're going to have a recap episode of kind of like what we learned, the mistakes we made along the way. Because believe it or not, we've learned a lot, but it's always come like after making the mistake.
Yes.
Because Sophia's pregnant, we can't move the tank currently.
No.
So it also highly limits what we are able to do. So yeah, we're going to kind of rebuild the base and just, I don't know. The fungal gnats are still going to be there. Like I said, I'll order the nematodes when it warms up in a few weeks.
Yeah, as for everything else, we got some live moss, so hopefully that can help us out a little bit. And the last thing in here, this is more so for Porch Paradise, but if you saw the first episode of that already, you'll know this is the only thing we didn't have. So now the birds will have their treats.
Yes, and they love them.
They do.
They go to town. I don't know if they really helped keep the bugs down last year, but the plants didn't really seem to help either. So that's where we're at with that. So yeah, this was our little shopping trip here. We're going to do our best to get the tank situated. layers: old soil, substrate, new soil, moss. We have pretty much a perfect amount of everything to get the job done here.
And we have a little extra, so if it happens to sink or something, maybe, we'll do a revamp in a few months if anything changes.
Yeah, like I've said multiple times, the nematodes is the biggest thing that we need to get, but that requires warmer weather. Hopefully you guys saw, we kind of took the little tank, the soil that we could from it, and used the log and just kind of filled it up and made that the inside of the log so the bugs have a place to burrow and hide.
We also have baby crickets in there.
Yes, she's right. We found one.
Yeah, so if you guys notice, like, in the fast forward that we stopped, went to the camera and did like a little thing, it's because we saw them. We didn't get any shots of them, but we'll keep our eye out with the new setup, and hopefully we can get some close-ups before this airs for you guys.
All right, this just in on Paludarium, Pauls. So this is days later, after we've already cleaned this out, and we're recording for Porch Paradise. We found... I just lifted up. We found this guy crawling around in there. Not... It looks like a smaller version of the one beetle we put in the main tank. Meaning that beetle we found that day probably laid eggs in here. And this is the only one to survive. So I guess he's gonna go ahead and join the main tank.
Yeah.
As the newest member. I don't know what kind of beetle this is. If you know, comment below. Ratchet and Crank here with another episode. Paludarium pals, everybody. Here we are. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Are you tired of us yet? We feel like you should be tired of this by now.
Like I feel like I've tried to wrap up this series, whether you see that after editing or not. We've definitely tried to wrap up this series several times and just can't do it. So that price tag that I keep talking about, just up it. For every episode you see, just multiply it by, at this point, this will be episode 14, fingers crossed. Episode 14, just say at least times 200. So the production value of this, with us not getting paid, is, and not accounting for our labor time, is at least 200 per episode. So what's wrong today? I'm so glad you asked. So, you might be asking, well, what's the issue, Jasper? What is it now? What could it be? Let me see. See how the water level is really low?
I'm just like, don't you just need to refill it?
Yeah, so we've tried refilling it several times. And as you can see here, see how the water level outside of the aquarium is that high? Yeah. So there's a crack somewhere in Beta's tank. And as a result, I don't think you can see this. Oh, maybe you can, yeah. See Frog's hole down there, about dead center of the screen? It's filled with water.
And if you look closely to the top right, you can see the frog trying to sleep, but he will look up and show you his angry eyes as he is pissed about it.
Yeah,
he's very not happy.
He's not happy that his hole is flooded. And, obviously this will cause issues with the level. It's a thing, man. So, we're going to have to somehow get a new tank, pull this tank out, put down rocks and sand, the way it should have been done the first time. We're fixing our mistakes before we even have the episode where we talk about the mistakes we've made.
Maybe this will be that episode.
Yep, and we already took the measurements. I'm looking to expand. I want it to come over about an inch or two towards us here.
Yeah, if Beta has to be rehomed, you might as well get an upgrade.
About an inch higher and up to 2 inches to the right there. We'll see. I don't know. It's... music.
Here we go again. So this is going to be the one that'll fit best.
Oh, right. 2 stores later, Petco had most of everything. We ran by Walmart just to do some price comparisons and ran into this, which is just labeled an angel plant. I'm sure there is a smarter name for it.
Essentially, it likes
clearance.
low to medium sunlight, and it enjoys being misted, so it should live and grow functionally in the Paludarium.
Paludarium.
Yeah.
Because of the overflow of water, we need more plants in there that are going to eat up all that water. We're going to have to redo a lot, as you see. So this tank is slightly different size. It's about the same width, but it's a little longer and a little taller. So in case what we have to displace it isn't enough, we got more soil, the Jungle Mix by Zilla here.
Yep.
This looks like it's going to be pretty absorbent because when all of that water eventually dries out of the soil, it's going to collapse.
Yeah.
It's going to drop. So even if we displace it a little bit with this,
it's going to need the help.
yeah. So we're going to have to move some things around.
A lot of things.
Which is really annoying, so we just got it looking really good with all the live moths. Once we get the old tank out, pull everything back, hopefully the leak isn't that strong. Because essentially it's going to be put the beta in here with its whatever amount of water is in there, and then top it off slowly. And when it's out, do a layer of rock. And this is by Paludarium.
And so is this, ironically.
Layer of rock, and then a layer of
Sand.
yeah, aquatic substrate, but basically sand.
Yeah, here's the sand.
And this, we're hoping acts as a platform for the frog.
And potentially crickets, so these bugs not dying.
Yeah, we have issues with them getting in here and dying. So just something for them to grab onto. We'll have filter on one side, this here, and then just a refill of our favorite brand of cricket food. This stuff keeps them alive, and it's calcium fortified, so we don't have to dust them.
Which is useful.
And then Sophia wanted an orchid, so we're gonna do something with that too.
Yeah, it was on clearance and it looks so cute, and I love orchids. So it's probably going to be in our indoor plant.
Yeah.
Because, you know, bees if it's outside.
Yeah, we'll see if we can bring it back from the brink of death.
Look at how big our guy has gotten, and he is thick.
He's a thick boy.
Heard the frog in a few hours, and we're like, what's going on? If you look in the tower very closely there is the frog somehow stuck inside.
And he's trying to get out. It's almost 6 in the morning.
Yeah, like there's a chance he's able to get out by himself, but we think he's stuck.
I don't know how he got in there. He's so big.
And that hole is not.
I don't know what hole is too big, but I'm going to rotate the tower to make sure it doesn't happen again, ideally. But, like, he's desperately clinging to the side, so... And he was under the water when we came out here. We spent about 15 minutes trying to find him, because he wasn't in his normal spots. So, you know, We'll see. Okay. Let's just pull this up.
Oh god.
There he is. Floating to the top. Bro, you have to understand you can't be in there.
It got a little sticky there for a second. He like tried to burrow underwater, and then now we are trying to get this back in place in a way that won't happen again.
Look at him. He's okay. He actually was fine being held. I was surprised. Hey. What? No. I don't think Frogo's ever been this nice. This calm. Good guy. Back to your hole. Oh.
There he is. Hi, guy.
Oh, he's showing off with the camera today and everything. Well, we're gonna get some cricket food in here for him. And then soak everything really nice so he doesn't feel the need to trap himself in the water for, God knows how long.
Probably less than 24 hours, I would imagine.
He does seem relieved.
Yeah, he looks happy now.
Always something.
They're supposed to be easy pets.
Paludarium pals, everybody.